All right, let's get right into it. The Charleston luxury real estate market, it is one of the most competitive in the entire country. We're talking high stakes, big money, and some really established players. But something just happened. A major move that could honestly shake everything up.
And that's really the big question, isn't it? What does happen? Because this isn't just about a new company hanging a shingle. We're talking about two absolute heavyweights forming a strategic alliance in a market that's, well, it's already on fire. So let's find out.
And boom, there's your answer. The new firm is called Indigo Oak. And they're not just any new firm. They're bringing the Christie's international name officially into the heart of Charleston. For anyone who knows luxury real estate, you know that is a huge, huge deal. So who's actually behind this thing? Who are the people pulling the strings on this blockbuster launch? Let's meet the teams that are joining forces to make this happen.
First, you gotta understand how this is set up. It's what's called a joint venture. Now, don't think of it like a merger where one company eats another. It's more like two all-star teams deciding, hey, let's pool our talent, our money, our resources, and create a super team to go after one specific goal.
And this is where it gets really smart. Look at the two sides here. You've got the Litchfield Company out of Pawleys Island. They are the absolute masters of coastal luxury, the resort properties. And then you've got Blackstream International from Greenville, a total powerhouse in the upstate's luxury and commercial scene. So they're not stepping on each other's toes. They're combining deep but totally different regional expertise.
And check this out. Leading the whole thing are the very guys who built these two successful companies from the ground up. Will Davis, the CEO of the Litchfield Company, and Michael Mama, the CEO of Blackstream, are both stepping in as co-presidents. That tells you this is a serious top-level commitment.
Okay, so if you want to understand the kind of firepower we're talking about, just look at this number. $421.37 million. Let that sink in for a second. And the crazy part, that isn't their combined total. That's just a little snapshot of what one of these players is bringing to the table.
Yep, that massive number, that was the 2024 sales volume for just one of the parent companies, the Litchfield Company. We're talking over 850 deals. So this isn't some local champ trying to make a splash. This is a nationally ranked player making a very deliberate move into Charleston.
Okay, so we know who is involved. Now let's get to the really interesting part, the why. Out of all the places in the world they could expand, why Charleston? And why pull the trigger right now?
Well, according to co-president Will Davis, the market was basically screaming for it. See, Charleston isn't just a local hotspot anymore, it's a global destination. You've got high net worth people coming in from all over the world. And in that kind of environment, a globally trusted brand like Christie's, well, that gives you instant credibility. It's a name people already know and trust.
But this launch isn't just about jumping on a hot market. No. If you zoom out a little bit, you start to see that this is one calculated move in a much, much bigger statewide strategy.
Just look at the Christie's footprint across South Carolina. They're already in key markets, right? From the upstate in Greenville all the way down the coast to Hilton Head and Myrtle Beach. Charleston was the big, important missing piece of the puzzle. By planting their flag here, they've essentially created this seamless statewide luxury network. And that's something that's going to be really tough for smaller regional competitors to even try to match.
And this is a big deal because it's getting attention from the very top. The president of the entire global Christie's brand, Gavin Schwartzman, pointed out that this is exactly the kind of smart entrepreneurial move that fuels their growth not just here, but all around the world.
So, what does it all mean? What's the bottom line here? What does the arrival of Indigo Oak, Christie's international real estate, actually mean for everybody else in the market?
It really all comes down to this one powerful statement from Will Davis. Their goal isn't just to show up and compete. He says they're going to set a new bar for real estate in the region. Now that is a bold statement. That's basically them saying that the old standards for marketing, for client service, for global reach, they're not good enough anymore. And every other luxury brokerage in town is now going to have to measure up.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question, doesn't it? When a new player with this much money, this much combined expertise, and this clear of a strategy enters the game, they don't just join the game. They try to rewrite the entire rulebook. So, will this new bar completely reshape Charleston's luxury landscape? Well, only time will tell, but it's going to be fun to watch.